Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Book Nook, I guess. Tonight, I'm going to take you for a little bit of a journey. This journey's going to go all over the shop because it's probably more than anything a journey inside my mind. Pretty knackered today, and it's about 7 o'clock. I don't actually have a watch on, but I think it's about 7. And I'm about to head to bed. After I record this video, I'm going to bed. I've had my tucker, showered up. Just got to brush my teeth, get my heart medication, and then after that I'm gone. Leaning over here probably because I can smell my bourbon before I do anything, so can't really talk philosophy and science and spirituality all combined without a bit of bourbon. Hey, so I'll put it back up there. You can see it sits next to St. Andrew. He was a goat that my family got when I was in the hospital, consequently having my heart surgery, and the hospital was St. Andrew's War Memorial, so that's why his name's Andrew. This one's actually making me a little bit nervous, which is something that I didn't think it would happen, because I'm going to read you a bit of a passage. This was a passion piece for me because it's something that I think about a lot, to give you some perspective inside my mind and about what we're about to go through. This is the shit that goes through my mind a lot. This is what keeps me up at night, tossing and turning, working out in my brain how I can fix this and change the world and make an impact. It is exhausting, to say the least. That's my mind, and this is who I am, and I've got a lot of empathy for this world, and everybody knows that I'm trying to fix it the best that I can. So, I guess that's probably why I'm so nervous, is because this is directly from me, and this is me essentially talking to myself in a third person kind of aspect. But partway through it, I sort of became aware that I'd like to share it on a video with you guys. So it's interesting. This one, all right, well, let's kick it off, see if I can open this up and balance the microphone and everything together. This direct from the book. I'll add a bit of Sam Stolberg flavor to it on top of what I guess is already Sam Stolberg flavor, but I'll try and animate it a little bit more along the way. But it's Valentine's Day as well, so shout out to everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope everybody has, single or in a relationship, whatever your journey is right now, I hope you've had a beautiful day, and believe me, the universe does truly love you, so keep that in mind. If you are single, at least something loves you. So anyway, this says, welcome to Science Sunday with Uncle Stolz. I likely won't do this every Sunday because I've got some other things that are on the cards, but I'm not definitely saying that it's not going to happen again in the future because my brain's sporadic. Anyway, welcome to Science Sunday with Uncle Stolz. I hope you're ready to feel really insignificant. Did you know that you are basically nothing? And I literally mean nothing as well, by the way, in that sense, like nothing. If you removed all of the space in between your building blocks that make you up, you would literally fit on top of a pinhead. So if you removed everything around, like inside you, removed all the space of those building blocks that make up your skin and make you up as a person, you would actually fit on top of a pinhead. It's pretty crazy. Let me explain a little further though. If I sent you with a camera through an atom, you would come back with nothing on film, because that atom you went through is actually 99.999999% nothing. Welcome to an introduction of quantum physics. Now let me get this straight. I know nothing about quantum physics, nothing. Richard Feynman, who is a very, very famous physicist. He actually works specifically sort of in quantum mechanics and has been one of the, I guess, dominant physicists in the field. So, but he has a quote. If you think you understand quantum physics, or quantum mechanics, he says, same. If you think you understand quantum mechanics, you don't understand quantum mechanics. Now, if a dude who is on top of his field in quantum mechanics says something like that, I feel pretty confident that I can speak and explain what quantum physics and quantum mechanics are to you. So, because I'm Sam Stolberg and I understand everything, right? No. Anyway, that 0.0000001% is actually what makes up you. So that's what makes you physical. That's what makes this microphone physical. That's, it's what makes it here. St. Andrew there, all these books, everything in this world is technically 0.0000001% nothing. Everything's solid. Everything in this universe, everything that's not a solid, water, for instance, and there are, other non-solid materials, but every single thing is 0.0000% nothing. That's pretty crazy to me. Like that for me, it just, Anyway, so the crazy part is we have found out what that 0.00001% actually is, or should I say are, because it's technically a few things. Welcome to the world of subatomic particles. Again, this isn't in, but this is the shit that I process in my fucking head. So welcome to an introduction to it. It is a crazy place, but it takes you for a ride. So here you are. If a hydrogen atom was the size of Earth, its proton in the center would be 200 meters across. If a hydrogen atom was the size of Earth, its proton, which is the little centerpiece, would be 200 meters across. For the Aussies, that's 2 football fields. That's it. Anyway, more on that another time. Just sit on this, and if you feel like it, share your thoughts to me, because as always, I want to hear what your thoughts are around this crazy shit that I share, because it's stuff that most people don't really even understand or know. So anyway, every single thing that you experience in this universe is quite literally nothing. Everything you feel, smell, taste, and see is basically nothing. That 0.00001% just happens to vibrate at just the right frequency to be able to be experienced by you. To put it into an analogy of I guess to put that into perspective of you, that 0.0001% is a little thing that just flies around this, they don't know whether it's a wave, they don't know whether it's a particle or, whatever. But it's kind of like, when you've got a sparkler in the night and you move it around and, it leaves that trail because you're moving that fast that it's leaving a bit of a trail, and, you can write your letters and all that sort of stuff with it. That's essentially what these particles are doing inside, there's some subatomic particles. I shouldn't be trying to explain this shit because I can't even fucking talk. But anyway, that's, just vibrating at a particular frequency. And because it's vibrating at a particular frequency, it's making my arm, it's making my head, it's making this lounge, it's making everything. 0.00001%. Anyway, how does that make you feel? Does that make you feel insignificant? Does it make you think differently about the makeup and the fabric of this reality? Because this is science. They have explained that shit. They can back their findings. This is not me spinning shit about, some dude up above controlling everything or whatever. Like, this is 100% science. It doesn't make sense to me, but I believe them. So anyway, let's go back to making you feel insignificant. Now that you already know that you are nothing. We are but a speck of dust, even within this planet, let alone this whole universe. Ignorance is truly a beautiful thing, because we all seem to forget that we are an ant on a rock that is spinning around this giant fireball that is 1,000,000 times bigger than the Earth, like quite literally 1,000,000. And that giant fireball, if we didn't have it there, we would not exist. But because it's there, it's also trying to kill us. So, it gives us cancer and whatever else. But, if it wasn't there, we'd be dead. So, we forget that we are an ant on a rock that is spinning around this giant fireball that is like 1,000,000 times bigger than the Earth. But then our sun and our tiny little solar system is also hurtling around a tiny little galaxy in a cluster of other galaxies in what is, once again, quite literally hurtling through infinity. Got another fun fact for you. Our puny little human brains can't even actually comprehend what infinity is. So you can't imagine it. Like, we know that it is never ending. It is the infinite, like, but you don't actually have the brain power to be able to process what that truly means, because we just would have to think basically forever. It can't be done. So yeah, like we know that it is, never ending, but we can't imagine it. Pretty crazy. Even the observable universe, though, which is all that we will ever experience, because everything outside of that is hurtling away from us faster than the speed of light, which that fact within itself is crazy, because we can't actually technically move faster than the speed of light. Nothing can. Like, that's anyway, weird thing that I'll go on forever. So again, this is the shit that keeps me up at night, and this is where my messed up brain goes and keeps me up. Oh gosh. Anyway, I don't know about you, but the vastness of space absolutely actually fucking terrifies me. It scares the shit out of me. If I'm out looking at the stars and get caught up, and I get nervous, I get scared, because it's just like I try and process what infinity is, and I can't do it. So but that is why my number one goal is actually to see the Earth from space. Like, always has been and always will be. Once I get to that point, if I die, my life is 100% complete. I know I've made an impact in this world, and I've seen the Earth from space. Like, that is crazy. But the crazier thing is, that is going to be a very real reality within the not too distant future. We'll have commercial flights to space to be able to look back at Earth very, very soon. Like, wild, absolutely crazy. Technology is moving at a rate faster than any of us actually realizes. The thing that is likely in your hand, where you are watching and or listening to me, that's your mobile phone. For those, it's in your hand. This is where you're probably either listening to me and or watching me. And remember, it is also pretty much nothing. Like, again, 99.99999% nothing. But here I am on your screen, in your ears, like, bizarre. So here I am. That mobile device has a computer chip in it that is being built to such a small level. So they're building computer chips smaller and smaller and smaller. I love technology. I love where it's taking us, and I love how it's advancing humanity. But stay with me for a moment. The computer chip inside that is getting so small, is being built to such a level that the gates that essentially open and close, super layman's terms here to explain a computer chip, they essentially create the zeros and ones. That is the coding for your computer chip that makes your device work, made out of silicon, and they're getting really, really small because that makes them super fucking efficient. Anyway, back to the story. We're building these things to such a small level that the gates that open and close to allow zeros and ones are getting that small that the electrons that they're holding behind will actually essentially just pass through them. Like, they'll act as if they're not even there, which that is quantum physics, and that's just how they work. Like, we're building things that are essentially starting to interact with the building blocks that are the fabric of this reality. They're into that quantum mechanics, which is just absolutely crazy. So, again, for those in the back, we humans are building shit so small that we're starting to infringe on the fabric of reality. We're just starting to work it out, this stuff that we call reality. I hope you don't actually feel insignificant, though. You should feel powerful, because it is you that is pulling all of this together. It is you that is making your reality. It is your conscious awareness that gives you the ability to experience this crazy fucking thing we call life. Your body is an electromagnetic generator, vibrating at a particular frequency that enables you to experience other things that are also basically nothing, but just so happens to be vibrating and dancing in the same way as you are. So, this chair is vibrating at a rate that I have the ability to touch it, even though that we are both essentially nothing, but I can touch it, I can feel it. If I licked it, I could taste it. If I wouldn't do that because, anyway. Where are we? So if you understand that, like if you truly understand that, and it doesn't blow your mind, then you, my friend, need Jesus. I actually wrote that, but you don't actually need Jesus. It's it's pretty hard to understand and comprehend, but anyway. So Speaking of frequencies, though, I've been going down a bit of a rabbit hole lately, and here's another fun fact for you. Did you know that the frequency of the musical note A was changed in the mid-1900s? Originally, it was proposed by a Nazi propaganda fucking person who was, spreading Nazi propaganda around the world. But it was actually changed later by some person with some pretty powerful connections. It was changed from 432 hertz to 440 hertz. Now, tune in for you conspiracy theorists, because this is where it gets a bit weird. Now, the interesting thing about the 432 hertz is that scientists have found that it is actually the natural vibrating frequency of Earth and all of creation. Again, how everything is vibrating at a particular rate. 432 hertz is what Mother Nature is vibrating at. Pretty weird. So by actually moving it into 440 hertz, this is what's deemed as an unnatural frequency, and it actually knocks out our alignment from 432 hertz. So we're starting to distance ourselves from Mother Nature, and it actually has a huge impact in the human mind, in the way that we operate physically as our body as well. That's why all these 5G conspiracies come out, because they're controlling our minds, which they probably are, but good luck to them if they can control mine. But anyway, so 440 hertz is an unnatural frequency, and actually knock your own frequency out of vibration and out of time. That's pretty crazy. Why do you think they would want to knock you away from the natural vibration of creation? You can be the judge of that. It's just a conspiracy theory, but look into it. The shit is legit. It has been changed, and it's pretty freaking bizarre. But this is also the reason I never get any sleep, because I just get stuck in these goddamn rabbit holes. The geckos are agreeing with me in my conspiracy theories. So, but back to what I'm here to try to talk to you about, and we do get to it eventually. Remember, this is me just jotting down my mind. This is... Anyway, I know I have been waffling on about God and spirituality a fair bit lately. I understand that. I'm sorry for those who it's painful to hear, but at the same time, I actually don't give a fuck. This is me sharing my journey. So if you don't like it, that's your problem. Back to the conspiracy theories and fabric of reality and whatnot. I know I've been waffling on about God and spirituality a fair bit lately, but this is where my current experience is taking me. Science, when broken down, is just as crazy as religion, and in a way, in itself, is actually a form of religion. The thing that I have enjoyed about my brain is an ability to remove judgment from what I think is real and into simply a state of curiosity. That's why I love having conversations with people. This is why I love engaging with other people, because everybody has a different view because of their upbringing, because of their beliefs, of everything. Everyone has a different perspective to me. So if I can understand a person, then I can understand them, and I can understand what's causing pain to them and trauma and everything like that. But then I can also understand me, because everything that I pick up from a person is essentially an externalization of myself. So, but yeah, so where are we? Science was broken down. Yep, blah, blah, went through that. So take, for instance, my dream to go to space. Okay, I believe in science and what I am told and have been shown. This is what I was taught in school, and still see astronomers and everything else talk about space and everything. I just believe it. I take them at their word. Technically I can see stars in the sky and whatever else, but my dream to see Earth from space. Now, the reason that I want to do that is because I want to see the Earth from space so that I can see it with my own naked eye. I can see it firsthand, which firsthand is a weird phrase because I'll be watching it, not seeing it with my hand. Anyway, there's around, but I have never seen Earth from space, so I can not for sure with 100% certainty say that the Earth is actually flat because I haven't experienced it. Am I supposed to believe everything that I've been told? Then why don't we believe religion? Because we get preached it. Anyway, going on tangents. Everyone has a belief system of their own creation. We need to be open-minded and respectful to everybody. This universe is so goddamn crazy that all beliefs might actually be true. The mathematics actually supports the fact that there are multiple dimensions, like they call it the multiverse, and there could be every single idea that you have ever fucking came up with might actually exist in another universe. Mathematics also supports the fact that we could actually be living in a simulation, we could just be a computer generation of a higher fucking being, which is fucking bonkers in itself. So question everything, don't believe everything, but also believe everything, I guess. I don't know. But we just need to be understanding and open to everybody's perceptions, everybody's field of view, and whatever their fucking beliefs are. Respect it. The problem that I have with science is still the unanswered questions. The Big Bang is our best idea so far as to how we got here. We can't actually prove it. Like, you know, we just have this bit of an idea of what might have happened, and we can, anyway, it's bizarre. It's just as crazy as, you know, believing that there is a fucking sentient being out there controlling us. So, but then consciousness. What is consciousness? This is the awareness, you know, and that's our awareness. This is, you know, the point where our eyes and the internal thoughts that we have all just get made up and congregate like behind here for whatever fucking reason. So I lost my page. So yeah, so consciousness, back to that. It's pretty fucking crazy. How the fuck quantum physics works. Like, I've given you a bastardized version of partially how it works and partially of what they're doing with it, and it's just mind-blowing. But they still don't even remotely understand how it works. Like, they understand like what it's doing, but they don't understand why it's doing it or how it's doing it. So it's crazy. We can control it, but we don't really understand it, which is weird. So the device in your hand. Let's go back to that. Tangents. Again, my mind, welcome. Sorry, this video is going a lot of bizarre places. But the device in your hand, let's go back to that. My one that I'm recording this video on, that I then get to post this out and get it to you guys and you get to listen. Mine cost over $2,000. Now, I didn't pay anywhere near that because I've got friends in high places. But let's put this into perspective. That $2,000 machine, to do what it is doing right now, has about $1 trillion of technology behind it to make it and allow it do whatever the fuck it's doing right now, which consequently for you is listening to me. If you've got this far and watching me, I apologize for that. So bear with me though. That is also fucking insane. Technology is moving quick. We need to elevate our awareness and consciousness together pretty bloody quickly. AI superintelligence is just around the corner. And again, I quite literally mean around the fucking corner. By 2027, they're actually estimating that AI intelligence will be surpassing human intelligence. Think about that. Machines will then officially be smarter than humans. I'll let that sink in for a bit. The point I'm trying to make here is that we all need to wake up and start looking at the world and each other differently. Our doomsday clock is winding down. We are slitting Mother Nature's throat and watching her bleed out while we live these materialistic lives, while we destroy each other in the name of peace or freedom, or in the name of a character you may or may not call God. This video wasn't meant to make you feel insignificant. It is actually meant to make you feel incredibly fucking important. If you raise your conscious awareness of who you are and your place within this absurd reality, then you could have a great impact on humanity and its evolution. We all play a role. Be kind, be understanding to the people within your own reality. You owe it to them. But more importantly, you owe it to yourself. If we all start doing this, then when AI comes to life, its building blocks of reality are hopefully going to be built on love and understanding rather than hate and destruction, which our current trajectory is taking us. I plead with you, do yourself a favor and change your awareness. Be in tune with your true self and show yourself love, and the future for everyone will be much, much more enjoyable. And believe me when I say this future is happening a lot faster than you think. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We're in for a wild decade, and I do hope I get to see you all on the other side. That's pretty much what I wrote in my journal. Just so you're aware, I'm wearing my Hulk pajamas, and camera's up sort of on a weird angle in case one of my balls just decide to fall out, because, you know, again, I put a shirt on but to be able to record this. So, guys, this was a longer video. But I wanted to share it. I was sitting in bed. I was tossing and turning about whether I'd do it. Had to get up, turn all the lights on. It's a freaking hassle. But If you made it this far, I freaking appreciate it. This is the shit that I stew on. I feel the pain of the world every single day, and this is the stuff that I know is happening, and it's I'm trying to explain to everybody that we need to all come together and raise our awareness, because artificial intelligence is going to be fucking surpassing us at our own intelligence. And if we make its foundations in destruction and whatever else, like, creating super soldiers, which is likely where it's all going at the minute, the destruction of humankind could quite literally be around the corner, let alone just freaking artificial intelligence. There's enough nuclear weapons in the world right now to destroy the Earth 7 times over. Let me say that again. There are enough nuclear weapons in the world to destroy the Earth 7 times over. Why the fuck do we need to do that? Why have we got so many nuclear weapons? Anyway, I'll stop ranting, guys. Again, this is the shit. This is my mind. This is a very weird thing for me to be able to do, is to give you guys a quite a raw insight into my mind and ultimately my ADHD, because, as I did through this video, it went on some tangents, and it's the way I write as well. It's the same way. It makes no sense to a lot of people if they go to read my little black book. So, guys, please, I plead with you. All you need to do is start showing yourself more love. Be kinder to yourself, and the rest will fall into place. That is it. Open your eyes, wake up, and just realize that you deserve to be loved. If by nobody, by your fucking self. Be kind to yourself. It's pretty simple. If we can all do that, start changing the way that we talk to ourselves, then the future generations are going to be in a much better place because of that one simple thing that you did for yourself. Be selfish, love yourself, and adore yourself. That's it. I'm signing off for now. I've waffled on enough. As always, guys, I think I wrote one more thing in here that I wanted to finish on. No, I already said it. Never mind. As always, much love and namaste. And once again, if you have made it to this far, I fucking thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.